Hey, what's up, guys? This is Ty from MasterKicks.com, and I got a quick show for you tonight. So what we're trying to do today is we're trying to figure out how many pairs of the Air Jordan 12 international flight Jordan brand or Nike made. All right, the shoe's coming out on Saturday, and they are supposedly inspired by one of those trip MJ took to Japan, and he played in front of 32,000 fans. So the shoe is gonna come out on Saturday. It's gonna celebrate that event. All right, and it comes with a white. Actually, let me just show you. I'm gonna share my screen. And I'm gonna show you what the shoe looks like real quick. So let's get to that. I'm gonna minimize this real quick, and we're gonna get to it. And I'm gonna go Nike. So let's look at this baby real quick. So it looks like this. Some kind of fish scale on the panel mud guard here. Fish scale pattern, and it's like leather, and you see the bumps here, and you got your little tab that's like silver, and then on the actual side and panel, what you have is some kind of floral print, and this is a navy blue. And the shoe's pretty nice, nice shoe, red Jumpman, and I love it. I mean, I just love it. And on the insole, what you have is a basketball with a global thing on it, just to kind of celebrate what Mike Jordan was doing. He was like an ambassador for Jordan brand at the time. And every month, every summer, he went out and just balled. Like, he's one of those guys that was competitive. Even in the summertime, off season, he was playing hard, man. Now, his shoes gonna cost $200. And now today, we're gonna try to figure out how many pairs Nike's gonna make. So I created some slides for you. So I'm gonna get to it real quick, and we're gonna look at it. So I've already talked about when they're coming out. So how do we know how many pairs Nike made? So the first thing you want to look at is some stupid stuff like Nike just made sure they said he played in front of 32,000 fans. So knowing Nike, I'm sure they might want to put out 32,000 pairs just to be consistent with the number of people that are watching Michael Jordan. All right. Now that's one of the ways you can kind of come up with a number, but that's not very pragmatic. So I'm not gonna use that as a way to do it. So what I'll do is I will actually try to find this mathematically. So let's go and then trying to figure this out in a way that makes more sense. So what we're gonna do is this. I checked, and then Foot Locker is not getting the shoe. Champs is not getting them. Eastbay is not getting it. So the place that's getting them is Foot Action. And then Foot Action online is not getting the shoe. So what I did is I went and then I looked at the Foot Action map. I should have pulled that up for you guys. That was pretty stupid. So, but let me get on there and then show it to you real quick. It's gonna be really easy. You can do this at home on your own screen. So let's go there and let's try and figure this thing out. So you go here, and this is the 12, the national flight. And I just put USA, and then we're gonna hit this, and it's gonna show you the entire map. All right, so you see a bunch of Foot Action not getting them. All right, so our only job now is trying to figure out how many pairs each store is gonna get. So I'm thinking 24 pairs per store, because it's only in stores, and then 1/5 of the entire inventory is probably gonna go to Foot Action. So that means if I can find how many pairs Foot Action is getting, I can easily find how many pairs are being produced in total. So the next step is trying to figure out the total from Foot Action. So we're gonna go here, and I'm gonna click this. So there's 272 Foot Action stores in North America. All right. So if I'm assuming that each location is getting about 24, so I'm just gonna do 272, and I'm gonna times that by 24, and then we got 6528. That's just Foot Action. And if you want to find the total, just take the 6528 and then multiply that by 5. You get to 32,640 pairs. So I'm thinking 32,000 pairs, kind of consistent with what I got earlier. So 32,000 is not too bad. All right. So the next thing is we're going to try to figure out what the market value, because everybody want to know if the shoe is going for a lot. And you'll be surprised. I went on eBay and I recorded 78 sales. And then all of them were ranging between $219 and $240. So the shoe's $200 in retail. So if you sell them for $200, $220, that's not too bad. So I'm thinking it's not going to be too hard to get it. But here's what I suspect. This is the shoe that has the potential to go high in value within the next couple of months. And kids size are actually going for a lot more than man sizes as far as like the profit margin. So if you're away from the men's and stick to the kids, or just leave the shoe alone and let people that actually want the shoe get it. Now I checked StockX average, and StockX was 220. So let's say the shoe's going for 220. So you can actually go on eBay and pull the trigger if you want. Now I'm gonna go by the website and I'll show you this. This is the on the eBay sales that I recorded. Everything here is like 213, 215, 242, 224, 234, and then StockX average was 220. So it's not too bad. Now, if you want to buy the shoe, I gave you the website. You can buy from StockX now for 220, which is basically retail. You can wait and buy from Finish Line, Kicks USA, and all these other places. And I gave you a bunch of links here where you can just click it and then make your purchase. All right. So this is it. I hope this helped, guys. So it's not too hard, man. I don't think it's going to be too hard to get, but it's limited. It's a nice shoe, and I personally won't get it. And by the way, I want to warn you guys because I've seen fake ones, and the fake ones that I've seen come with StockX authentication card. So what I'll do is this. I'm going to be doing a show, I guess, probably next week, and I'll do some comparison for you so you don't get gypped. All right, thanks for watching. And at the end, watch to the end, I'm going to give you a link where you can get the shoe if you want it. Thanks for watching. This is Stifle Master Kicks, and stay tuned for more stuff.